link marks can help you find chains. In fact, this is where they really shine. It really speeds up looking for chains. To look for a chain, you start by imagining that some cell is not a value. In this case, we are going to focus on the 3 here. So imagine this cell was not a 3. Well, then of course it would be a 2. And now you look for link marks on 2 connected to that value. And you can find one right here, a link mark that can see the 2. And so if it's not a 3, it's a 2, which means this would not be a 2. We follow the link mark and quickly discover that this would be a 2. And then you look around to see what conclusions that draws. Here, that would mean this is not a 2, which makes it a 3. And now we found a type 1 alternating inference chain. Because we're back to 3. We started with if it's not a 3, and we ended with this is a 3. So any cell that sees both ends of that chain cannot be a 3. Let me pull up the visual in case you're not very familiar yet. I believe that's this one. We proved that at least that exactly one of those two cells must be the 3. If it's not this one, it is this one. Either way, both of them eliminate, either one of them eliminate all 3 red values. So we can get rid of those and look for any new links that made for us, like that one. And I believe that was the only one we removed from there. We removed from there, a bunch of 3s in that column still, and a bunch in that column still. So we can now go back and continue searching for more chains. What if this was not a 3? Well, now we have a new piece of information. We can quickly and easily follow that strong link and say this cell is a 3. And then let's employ the same technique. Look for other strong links now on 3 that are connected. We said this is a 3, and we look down, and here's a strong link that it connects to. Not a 3, 3. Not a 3, follow the strong link, 3. We found another type 1 alternating inference chain. This one happens to be a skyscraper. I can pull up the visual again. That I think was this one. And so, again, one of those two ends of the chain must be a 3. Either way, this one is eliminated. Get rid of that. Mark any new strong links like that one. And that's it. And let's just keep playing with this same starting point. If this was not a 3, let's use our new link. That's a 3. Not a 3, follow the strong link 3, which means it's not a 5. You can see that quickly and easily, which you follow the strong link means this is a 5. Not a 6, 6. Look at all these strong links. Not an 8, 8. Okay, so every time you land on a cell saying it is some certain value, you check for whether it can do something. Not a 3, 3. What did I do? No, I don't know it this way. Not a 3, 3. Not a 3, 3. So then we would look and say, okay, can any cell see both ends of that chain that both start and end with a 3? In this case, no. The 8 is connected to both of them. The 9 is connected to both of them. But there's nothing to eliminate. Not a 5, 5. When you say something is a different value, you check to see if it is in the same house as your starting point. Then there's a potential for a type 2 alternating inference chain. In this case, we're not finding one. And you can see how quickly you can just run around the board looking for these things. I happen to know there's one to spot, so I will lead us along that path. Not a 3, 3. Not a 3, 5. And let's see how well I can remember this. Not a 5 makes it a 6. We follow over here. We can see there's a link. Not a 6, 6. That doesn't seem to do much for us. Not a 3, 3. Not a 3, 5. Not a 5 makes that a 5, which means it's not an 8. So we follow that link mark and it's an 8. Now we've got some potential. We placed a value 8 that can see our starting point. There's no elimination here yet, but if we continue, if this is an 8, that means it's not a 7, and this is a 7. Now we have a type 1 alternating inference chain. If this is not a 3, then this is a 7, which means we could remove the 7 from there and remove the 3 from here. There's no 7 there, but there is a 3 here. Let me pull up the visual to help explain this if you're not familiar. If this was not a 3, this would be a 7. So what does that mean for this 3? So two options. Either this is a 3 or it's not. If it is a 3, the red one cannot be. If it's not a 3, you follow the chain, this is a 7, it still cannot be. And so you can eliminate that 3. This is where I have the most fun playing Sudoku personally. I enjoy tracing around the chains and looking for these things. The link marks speed up that process considerably.